So this is Unit 4, Day 4 notes, and we're doing the back. This is Part 2. And now it asks me to do some more problems where I find the value of x that makes them parallel. Well, if these are going to be parallel, that means we're still using the same rules that we did before from over here. These are alternate exterior angles. And I know alternate exterior angles from over here, they should be congruent. So my equation I'm going to solve is this one equals this one. 4x equals 3x plus 30. So now you need to pause the video and solve that. I need to get the x's together, so you should have done minus 3x on both sides. Cancel that. 4x minus 3x is x, so x equals 30. If this is 30, if x is 30, then those lines are parallel. On the next one, these are same side interior. And I know same side interior should be supplementary. So those need to add up to 180. So that's the equation I'm going to write. X plus 3x plus 24 equals 180. And this is the one that most people are missing. If it's all on the same side of the equal sign, I just need to combine like terms over here. X plus 3x is 4x. Plus 24 equals 180, minus the 24, and we get 156 equals 4x. Then divide by 4, and we get x is 39. If x is 39, then those will be supplementary and the angles will be parallel. Finally, on this one, these are alternate interior angles. If those are alternate interior angles, they need to be congruent if the lines are parallel. So that means these two need to be equal to each other. So 5x minus 10 equals 2x plus 50. So minus the 2x on both sides. So that gives me 3x minus 10 equals 50. Then add 10 on both sides. 3x equals 60. Divide by 3. And we get x equals 20. If x is 20, these two are congruent, and therefore the lines would be parallel. Okay. So this says, work with a partner to answer each question, then check with your teacher to make sure you are on the right track. Well, how do I know that A and B are parallel? Well, which rule are we talking about here? Well, those two angles, this angle here and this angle here, these little marks are showing that those are congruent. So which one do we have? Well, corresponding angles are congruent. Here, it's telling me this angle is congruent to this angle here. Well, which kind of angles are those? Those are alternate interior angles. So this is alternate interior angles are congruent. And then it says, what does y need to be? Well, y is this one right here. If this is y and this is 65, what does y need to be? Well, y would need to be whatever I need to get those two to be supplementary, because those are same side interior. So I just need to subtract from 180 to get y, and I get 115. So y needs to be 115. Now here, these are the two angles that they told me are the same. So those angles actually are on this transversal. So which lines can I tell are congruent? Well, I can tell this line is parallel to this line. So that's line BE is parallel to line CG. And I know that because these angles are corresponding, and it shows they're congruent. So corresponding angles are congruent, therefore those two lines have to be parallel. All right, on this one, which lines or segments are parallel? Well, it's telling me this angle is congruent to this one. Those are corresponding angles. And I know they're congruent. And that tells me this line is parallel to this line. So this line here is PSP is parallel to this line here, which is QT. Okay, it says which ones are parallel. Well, it tells me this one's 45 and this one's 45. So if this is my transversal, it's this line and this line that are parallel. So these are corresponding angles again. I'm just going to abbreviate it. Corresponding angles are congruent. And it tells me this line, which is CA, is parallel to this line, which is HR. And finally this one, it shows this angle and this angle. Those are again corresponding. And it shows me this line and this line are parallel, and that's the transversal. This line is KR, is parallel to this line here, which is MT.